Okay, this Florida girl really dropped the AC down really cold because I really need to tap into this frostiness that we're going to create. So in this first painting, I think what we're gonna do is we're just gonna slide right into this first painting, okay? Because that's what we do in the snow. And then I think we'll slip on into the second painting, and let's see, what else do you do? Oh, we're gonna fall right into the third painting. We're gonna slip, slide, and fall. Let's have some fun. Hi everybody, Deborah Lynn here in the studio. I hope you guys are all doing well. Well, today I'm going to paint on bee paper. That's B-E-E paper, okay? It is a 6x9, so it's very, very small, but it's 100% cotton. So let's give this one a try. I've used it before, but I'm not sure if I've used it in a tutorial, but I'm not sponsoring the company or anything like that. I'm just gonna show you what we can do with a little bit of bee paper. And it's very this whole pack of 50 sheets cost me like right around $20 United States dollars. So let's have a little fun here. Let's do some fun. And my sidekick is here with me today. So you might see Skitty in frame. And I'm thinking I still want to do kind of a wintry scape. Not sure exactly. I do have my Paul Rubens. I did do a tutorial on this. This stuff is fantastic. There's two different sets, but for the winter scene, you'll want to get the one that has this with this woman here, and there's a bridge. Of course, everything is in another language, so I can't, it doesn't, if it has a name on it, I don't know what it says. So I'll probably throw out some of my Paul Rubens. And I do have some Daniel Smith paints here. I kind of pulled to the side. So we're just gonna get busy and see what happens. I'm just gonna kind of explore some colors here. And I am gonna get into some kind of earthier tones probably. And because I'm gonna do that, you're gonna be wondering what I'm pulling. So I have to get my cheat sheet out here, and so Van Dyke Brown probably is going to come into play. So let's just see what happens. Again, I'm working on a very small sheet, so I'm going to use smaller brushes. This is just boy, it's dirty. I need to clean this thing. I've been busy playing in the studio, and I didn't take the time to clean my brushes real well. This is a number 8 Escada. And let's just start getting some paints down. I am going to work with a dirty palette of green here that I have. As you can see, my palette is full of greens. I do like to use olive green, undersea green, green apatite genuine, azo green. Those are the greens that I typically will use. So there's a mixture of all that here, and I might squeeze some fresh stuff out as I need it. So let's just get started and get something down. Okay, so I just want to start. I'm going to kind of put a little bit of a horizon line here to start. Okay, keeping it real simple. Skitty in the way. Is she okay? She's not bugging anybody. Okay, and now I think I want to get a little bit of blue down. Let's see what we have here for the Paul Rubens Classic. Here's a blue. This is one of the Paul Rubens blue colors. And this one, you're probably going to be wondering what color this one is. This one is trying to find my cheat sheet on it. Where did it go? The Paul Rubens, this is probably Chinese ink. We'll find out as soon as I activate it. Yeah, it looks like Chinese ink, or it could be dense cyan. Let's see. This is dense cyan. So I'm just going to put just a little bit of that down. Again, working on a horizon line, but what I'm going to do now is going to just drag some of this color freely. Just a real quick swipe of my brush, and clean the brush off. Now I'm just gonna go in and knock some of these edges and let this bleed and kind of do its thing. I'm just gonna pull just a little bit of this up. Keep everything real fast. You wanna work quick so you get loose brush marks. We're looking for very loose, okay? So now I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna grab some, oh, they've got a shadow yellow. Maybe I can just keep using this Paul Rubin stuff. Is that what this is? This is the shadow yellow. I really, really love this stuff. This paint is fantastic. Please check it out in my Amazon shop. Link is all provided there in the description box. Let's just throw some of that shadow yellow down. Again, I'll probably wash the brush, and now I'm gonna loosen it up. Just trying to get some trees in. Now let's get in with a little bit of Van Dyke. I think this is Van Dyke, pretty sure it is. Ooh, no, this is red brown. That might be too brown. Okay, I'll just put a little bit of it in and then I'll switch gears here. I went to the wrong one. I'm gonna bring some of these trees up a little bit closer. I'm not really liking this red. See how bright that is? It's the red brown. It's too red. It's okay to have little splashes of it up, but it might be just a little bit too much. So I'm just gonna back it off. And I'm gonna go ahead and throw some Van Dyke brown on top of that. Voila, okay. Now I am just gonna make a few little branches here and there. Now I'm gonna just put in just a little bit of sky. We're just gonna go with a little bit of, let's see, the other blue color that we have here. Is that what this is? And the colors that are in this kit are so dark, they all look black, so it's hard to know what they are. But they're so cool. And it makes everything real moody. I need a bigger brush just so I can start moving that water around just a little bit more. Are you watching everything, Skitty? Are you learning how to paint with watercolor? You're gonna have to do, I know you don't have any opposable thumbs, but we're gonna have to do our best to try to teach you how to do this, huh? And let's just throw some more trees in here. Deepen them up just a little. And I'm just gonna add a little bit something to them. And now I'm just gonna, whoops, there's that red brown again. I grabbed it the second time. I guess it's asking for that. The universe is saying, nope, 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 you're gonna paint with red brown. Cooling it off with a little bit of that blue. And some of that really cool green color. Just throw some of that in the back. Maybe a little bit here in the foreground. And we're gonna blend it out a little bit. Make that sky in the back really dark back there. What do you think, Skitty? You like that? Is that cool? That's kind of cool. Let's see if I can get it open. No, you can't smell that. And now we're gonna make it look like there's some frosty trees here. Just gonna bring just a little bit of that white in. Somebody's trying to grab her lid. And some palette knives here, so I can kind of, it might be still a little bit too around this tree, like there's some scraggly grasses. Now I'm just going to get just a little bit of shadow down in those spots where the grass is, because I don't want them, they just need to be, look like the foundation is there for these pieces. So if there's a little tree there, we don't want a little foundation. I think I'm gonna bring in some dark on this side too. Just bringing in some depth now because I want to drop in some white. The trees are going to have some white on them, so I do want to see some of that dark background so those trees kind of pop. But I am going to leave a little clearing here. And now I could just bring in just a little bit of this violet color I have here. What color is that? Not sure which one it is. I think that's violet gray. Pretty sure. I'm just going to bring just a little bit of violet gray in. just as that little unexpected color. I just like to have an unexpected color in my painting. Right, Skitty? Right? Looks like there's something happening back here, a little bit of cool color. Okay. Now let's put some white in here. This is looking a little weird. Hold on one second. This tree is little. Are you eating my palette knife? Okay, so I'm just adding a little color to that tree. So now when I go in with the Dr. P.H. Martin, it does some cool stuff. Am I boring you? Now you're falling asleep? Okay, I'm just gonna get a liner brush. Some fine white lines. Because I love doing little white trees. Not sure why. Okay, so there is a quick landscape. I'm just going to throw just a little bit of, it looks like there's something on the ground. Just a little bit of snow here and there. Sometimes we don't know when to stop, and that seems to be the case right now. I'm just kind of bumping all those white edges, kind of loosening everything up. So that is my quick painting. There you go. Okay, so we're gonna do really quick, this is gonna be really quick painting, okay? We're not gonna overthink it. We're just gonna throw down some basics here. I am going to grab some of the Paul Rubin paint here. The one that I'm grabbing is Shadow Green. I'm just gonna go in and kind of put a couple marks down. This is giving me a horizon line. And they say never to put anything in the middle, and I just did. Oops. We'll go with it. We'll rock and roll with it. Okay, now I want some blue in the upper atmosphere there. So I'm going to drop in some of this darker blue of the Paul Rubin. This one looks like the Chinese ink. So I'm just gonna drop some more of that in. And just gonna do a couple of swipe drags. Swipe drags, whatever that means. And now I'm gonna get a bigger brush because I want to loosen and break this up a little bit. I just go with what I'm feeling, and that's how I paint. Okay, so that's what I have right now. It looks like there's some trees back here. I could go in and keep going here and make a little bit of a sky. And what would be really cool is to probably get, just darkening it up just a little bit. I'm just gonna throw just a little bit of salt down. Let's see what happens. We will see. Okay, so there is what I have. Very messy, right? You're thinking, well, this just looks like a hot mess. Well, that's the way it is until we turn it into something. At least that's how I do things. And I'm just gonna get some of the shadow yellow from, this is the shadow yellow from the Paul Rubens. Excuse me, Skitty. Yeah, she left. Now I can focus a little bit. And now I'm just gonna, in this background, I'm just gonna drop some of that shadow green. And it's wet back there, so it's diffusing. And I'm just gonna throw just a little bit of the shadow green. And now I'm gonna go in to my paints and I'm gonna grab some Van Dyke Brown. And these trees that I just threw in here, I'm just gonna throw just a little bit of Van Dyke on top of them. Just like that, not too much. And I'm gonna loosen up this tree foundation. I don't really need these here. Let's move those. And now I'm just kind of studying what's going on here. Again, get a little bit more of that green. I'm going to connect these two together. And maybe there's some trees back here. Some pine trees. And now for the fun part. The part that I love doing is getting this Dr. Peach Martin down. Oh, before I do that, let's put a little bit of this violet gray down by just a very, I just like a pop of something unique in the painting. And so I'm making the eye, it's going from this to this to this to this to maybe up there. So it travels around to that color. And maybe I'll put just a little bit more in because that's fun. Oh yeah, I'm liking that color in there. Okay, so now my eye is traveling around. So my eye is traveling here. It's grabbing that color there. It's dragging it up to the horizon line, across, and then I see it in all areas. Okay, now I'm just going to grab some peach martin. This peach martin is really, really, look at, you can see how wet it is. It's just dripping right off my brush. Because it's an older bottle, it's getting to the very end, and every time I use it, I dip a wet brush in there. So the more I use it, the more fluid it gets. So it's very, very wet at this point. And I'm just gonna go in now, and I want to just kind of put some of that white highlight down. Okay, fun part. Let's put this on the sides of the trees. And this is the fun part. Now I'm going to take my liner brush, just a long liner brush, and I'm just going to go in and make some branches. Now what I can do is get my palette knife. I'm going to get the sharper one. And anything that the paint is a little wet, I can go in and I can etch into this wet paint a little bit. Might be a little bit too dry. And what? I'm just anchoring these trees a little bit. What, Skitty? Hi, Skitty. You can come up here and come on. Right there. Yeah. You're right in front of my face. It's making it hard for me to see what I'm doing. I can't see what I'm doing. You're in my way. Okay. Are you happy with yourself right now? I cannot see what I'm doing. Skitty. Okay, you're cute and everything, but you're driving me crazy. I can't see what I'm doing. And nobody can see anything when you're walking around. Move. I see you. Attention, attention, attention. Wants all the attention. Somebody's getting their Amazon, huh? So I'm just making some more white lines for the trees. I have some snow on them because it's so much fun. Okay. There is a wintry scene right there. Should we try this one more time? Sorry, somebody's getting FedEx in the neighborhood. Okay, so let's use the palette knife this time. Bee paper. I've got my Paul Rubin paints here. I've got my Dr. P.H. Martin. Let's get crazy with a little palette knife work. Okay. Get some water down. Again, I haven't picked up, I haven't used a, I'm just kind of grabbing water on the top and just throwing it on the paper and then smearing it around. And activating this, because then I can go ahead and make something of it. More water. Trying to get the sky a little bit wet up there at the top. This is a great way to be very loose if you're trying to learn how to be not so detailed. So now I have that. So now the proper, it's at the proper, there's not puddles there, it's just wet. So if I throw that down, I'll have some cool salt effects that'll probably come into play. So I'm going to throw that down. So there's salt all over that. You can kind of see what that looks like right now. Okay, and that's where I am. So now let's put some of that pretty, I'm going to put some of this pretty violet gray down. It's that unexpected fun color. Now I'm just going to kind of touch that gray where it needs it, pick up where it does, where I don't want it. This is a very, very loose abstract landscape. But now what can I do? Do we want to keep it really abstract, or we want to do a lot more to it? Probably do more to it. Just going to bring some of that depth down here. Again, I'm just kind of hitting some of the edges. Now I'm just going to bring just a little bit of Van Dyke in. Just bring some brown in. Just on top of those trees. Just a little bit. And a little bit of, yes, I hear you. And a little bit of Van Dyke back here. And it's all about what's feeling right. Like you're in a meadow and what? You have to tell everybody how to do this? Is that what you're trying to do? Are you trying to tell everybody how to do this? Do you think you want to paint? Do you want to paint? You want to paint? There you go. You don't have any posable thumbs. How are we going to do that? Okay, let's get some Dr. Peach Martin here. Let's just work on these trees. Yeah. Gonna put some snow on them. Make them really cool. You kind of being a pain in the butt. You don't, now your tail is hitting me. I'm gonna put some snow down here. Looks like there's something happened with the weather. Yeah. Sure what happened there. I've got a big blob. Too much. Skitty. You guys, you're looking at a cat's butt. Stop it. You're showing your booty to everybody. You're being naughty. You can't be naughty. Booty's in the way. You're showing everybody your booty. You can't do that. You cannot do that. It's not right. It's not ladylike. No, it's not. You cannot do that. Okay, I just keep going until it feels the way I want it. Okay, something's gotta happen here. Skitters, what are you doing? What are you doing? God, you're going to drive me nuts. I don't like this. Okay. Okay, we got 3 landscapes completed here, and I hope you guys enjoyed this. Stay safe, stay well, and may God bless you this Christmas season. Bye for now.